as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate, but it's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I don't mind that play action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
3rd and 2, McCarthy. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. First and 10. Here's Jones. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught. This is Addison. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44. Play action, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Running a screen now for Jones. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
180! What's up?
The give to Irving to start this drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. The give for the first time to Rashad White. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on second down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Vikings sending out nickel coverage here on third down. Mayfield now from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, third down. McCarthy looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. It's Jones on the toss. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. The play made by Jacob Parrish.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Here's McCarthy to throw. The Buccaneers are going to get home as they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's go now.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Gets him on the in route. And what a play! He gets there to lay a massive hit and stop him after that catch. It's going to be fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10.
Hey, we're 33. 180. What's up?
Run begins with a run by Irving. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have got you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
180. What's up?
This is Irving on second. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Right side caught by Higgins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're advancing it well as they face second down. From the gun, Mayfield. Next to his back, here's Rashad White. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
20. Real. Pistol. What's up?
Third down, give to Irving. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's fourth down now. Riley Dixon on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Picked up at the 38. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
Vikings take over first and 10 at the Buccaneers
First down from the 42. The toss to Jones, running left. Rob flat, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. On play action now, McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Fullback trying to power him across. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
180!
3rd and short, Mayfield. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. This is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. We'll have him gain up a handful there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
And he's got a free play here. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a 1st down after all. A fresh set of downs for him now after the defense jumped. Running it after the penalty. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
This time it's a passing play. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Now McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. We'll get a stoppage here, and this is the last guy that you want to see hurt, especially with how his career began, Brock. It is J.J. McCarthy getting some help from the medical staff. No run here. It's Mason. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, but they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Has his man, that's their rookie from Oregon. It's a race down the right side. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game before halftime. Laughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Brings in the kick at the 9. This makes it up to the 25.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Try it for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd and 10.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go, set. 72.
Third and long for him here. Completed right side to Addison. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes, Kate. He gets drilled. And QBs know that feeling. When you're letting it go and you get hit, definitely not the throw he wanted. And by happenstance, the adjusted throw still found a home, and that home was his teammate.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
From the the shotgun. McCarthy. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down.
Let's go.
Another throw here for McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
Throwing here just before halftime. Gets everything he has under this one. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hartman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. I'm going to start that out with a gift to Irving. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
180.
Baker now from the gun. It's his running back. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, spots in the 37. It's going to be third down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
180.
Mayfield looking to throw on this third and 1. That's incomplete left side.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important third and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. 65, 6. Let's go.
Here's Jones off the pistol give. Well, I'm not seeing the signal for a safety, Brock, but he did not dodge it by much. That run just gets back to the line.
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from a defense each of these next 2 snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
18 Cardinal.
Give left side to Mason. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
Receiver in motion, going left. First and 10. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They read that screen perfectly. Interception! Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And he takes this one back. It's a pick six and a Tampa Bay touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And they'll take the lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return starts at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Running right, this is Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throw here, third down. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
He fields it cleanly. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10.
20. What's up?
The give to Irving to start this drive. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Up. What's up?
First down, here's Baker. Bails out of the pocket quick. Good strike downfield to Lane. This play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Start.
Here's the give to Irving. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Mayfield now from the gun. He's got it near the 10. He's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Regular. 180. Point it right. What's up?
From the gun, a run for White. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal.
180. Done.
Irving here from the gun. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Set. Up, 180. Run, run, run. Stop.
They'll run. It's White. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead to 7. It's a Rashad White touchdown. McLaughlin sets on the extra point. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Hits him on the end route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a pickup of 9. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So we're through 3 here. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Jones gets it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield. Back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Counterplay, Jones. Fights his way through a tackle. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Let's go now.
2nd down, looking for options. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Now they give it to Mason. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. And can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings down by only 2 in the 4th.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
McCarthy's going to look to throw this. And he brings it in. They go for two and the tie, and it works out. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for two in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
180. Done.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Here's Baker. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
180.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's a big, strong downfield to Bucs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47.
180.
They take the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
180.
Baker throwing again. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
180.
Catch made left side by Bucs. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. Good. 180.
On the give, this is Irving. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Good. 20. What's that?
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Complete to Jalen McMillan. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Good. 180. Pistol. What's that?
Trying to run with Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Coughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 41.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Going with Jones on the ground. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Takes it in at the 21. When he can't evade the coverage team for much, they stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, come on the line! Come on the line! 180!
Irving on the inside give. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches.
Regular! 180!
Right back to Irving now. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Setting up to pass. This is hauled in by Ahn on the right side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel again after this one. They're drawing up for it. They can't end it with a knee, but this would run out some clock. He's drawn up for it. Tampa Bay in punt formation now.
for
And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drop today. This game is over.